Welcome to today's video. We're diving into the fascinating world of Baba Vanga's predictions, a prophetess whose visions of natural disasters and global upheavals have intrigued millions. Could her foresight hold clues to the challenges we face today? Stick around as we explore the connections between her prophecies and real-world events. Let's get started. Baba Vanga, the mystic known for her purportedly accurate predictions, has often been associated with foretelling natural disasters around the world, including those that could impact the United States. Her prophecies, though ambiguous, have sparked discussions about the country's vulnerability to hurricanes, earthquakes, and wildfires, suggesting widespread devastation that might reshape parts of the nation. While interpretations of her visions vary, they often highlight the potential for catastrophic natural events tied to recurring patterns observed in recent decades. Baba Vanga's prophecies have often been tied to catastrophic natural events, with some linking her visions to devastating hurricanes that have struck the United States. Among the most notable is Hurricane Katrina in 2005, which inflicted unprecedented damage, particularly on New Orleans. Katrina claimed over 1,800 lives, displaced hundreds of thousands of residents, and resulted in billions of dollars in damages, exposing the vulnerability of coastal cities to extreme weather events. The disaster laid bare critical weaknesses in infrastructure, emergency preparedness, and flood defenses. Baba Vanga's cryptic warnings of widespread devastation caused by waters rising and sweeping the land have been interpreted by some as foreshadowing such events. Her visions, described in hauntingly vivid terms, are often believed to encompass the escalating impact of hurricanes intensified by climate change. Hurricane Katrina serves as a tragic reminder of the destructive power of nature. Baba Vanga's prophecies, while often metaphorical, have been interpreted as highlighting the growing risks posed by climate-related disasters. The flooding of New Orleans after the levees failed was emblematic of the challenges faced by many low-lying coastal cities in the U.S. This catastrophic event spurred national conversations about disaster preparedness, urban planning, and climate resilience. It also underscored how vulnerable urban centers are to storm surges and rising sea levels, issues that Baba Vanga's followers suggest she may have foreseen. Experts have observed that hurricanes are becoming more intense and frequent due to warming oceans and rising global temperatures. This trend has sparked fears about the future of major coastal cities such as Miami, Houston, and New York, which face similar or even greater risks of devastation from hurricanes and storm surges. Baba Vanga's prophecies are sometimes interpreted as warnings of a future in which storms grow even more ferocious, driven by climate change and environmental degradation. Predictions of waters consuming the land resonate with contemporary concerns about the impact of rising sea levels on densely populated areas. Modern science supports the grim scenarios described in Baba Vanga's prophecies. Warmer ocean waters, a consequence of climate change, provide more energy to hurricanes, increasing their intensity. Rising sea levels exacerbate the impact of storm surges, making hurricanes more devastating than ever before. The combination of these factors puts millions of people at risk, especially in coastal cities with inadequate infrastructure to withstand the forces of nature. Vanga's predictions could be viewed as a symbolic call to action for humanity to address climate change and prepare for the challenges ahead. Whether or not Baba Vanga explicitly foresaw events like Hurricane Katrina, her prophecies serve as a stark reminder of humanity's vulnerability to the forces of nature. The growing intensity of hurricanes highlights the need for urgent action to mitigate climate change, enhance disaster preparedness, and protect vulnerable communities. Baba Vanga's warnings may be cryptic, but their resonance with real-world challenges underscores their enduring relevance. As coastal cities brace for the storms of the future, her visions remind us of the importance of resilience, adaptation, and foresight in an era of increasing environmental uncertainty. Among the many visions attributed to Baba Vanga, her prophecies concerning natural disasters hold a significant place. A key aspect of these predictions involves seismic activity, particularly the potential for catastrophic earthquakes. The United States, with its complex geological landscape, is no stranger to the threat of earthquakes. One of the most prominent areas of concern is California, home to the infamous San Andreas Fault. This fault line, stretching roughly 800 miles through the state, has been the subject of scientific study and public anxiety for decades. Experts have long warned about the potential for a big one, a massive earthquake capable of causing unprecedented destruction. Such an event could affect Southern California and other densely populated regions, including Los Angeles and San Francisco, with catastrophic consequences. Baba Vanga's prophecies, though often cryptic, have been interpreted by some to align with these concerns. Her visions of widespread destruction and upheaval are thought to foreshadow a seismic event of unparalleled scale. While Vanga did not provide specific details or time frames for this prediction, the imagery of collapsed cities, fires raging uncontrolled, and significant loss of life resonates with the potential impacts of a major earthquake along the San Andreas Fault. The challenges posed by such an event would be immense. Beyond the immediate destruction of buildings and infrastructure, secondary effects such as fires, disruptions to water and power supplies, and mass displacement of residents would compound the disaster. The economic toll alone could be staggering, potentially reaching hundreds of billions of dollars. However, California is not the only region in the United States facing significant seismic risks. The Pacific Northwest's Cascadia subduction zone represents another major threat. This offshore fault is capable of producing megathrust earthquakes, similar to the 2011 Tohoku earthquake in Japan, which triggered a devastating tsunami. A similar event in Cascadia could inundate coastal communities, destroy infrastructure, and cause widespread casualties. In addition, the central United States is home to the New Madrid seismic zone, which spans parts of Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky. This region experienced a series of massive earthquakes in 1811 and 1812, among the largest ever recorded in North America. If such an event were to occur today, the impacts could be devastating due to the population density and infrastructure in the region. Vanga's predictions, if interpreted to encompass these other seismic zones, could suggest a broader warning about the vulnerability of the United States to earthquakes. The destruction she envisioned might not be limited to California alone, but could extend to other areas at risk. While skeptics argue that Vanga's predictions are too vague to be directly tied to specific events, they continue to captivate those searching for meaning in her visions. Her emphasis on natural disasters as harbingers of change serves as a reminder of humanity's vulnerability to the forces of nature and the importance of preparedness. Whether viewed as prophecy or cautionary tale, Baba Vanga's warnings underscore the need for vigilance in the face of potential seismic catastrophes. Wildfires have become an increasingly frequent and devastating phenomenon across the United States, particularly in the western regions. States such as California have experienced some of the most destructive wildfires in recorded history. These disasters not only destroy lives and property, but also highlight the intensifying impact of climate change and human activity on the natural environment. California has become a focal point for wildfire devastation, with numerous record-breaking events in recent years. The 2018 Camp Fire, for instance, destroyed the town of Paradise, claiming 85 lives and causing billions in damages. It remains one of the deadliest and most destructive wildfires in US history. Similarly, the 2020 California wildfire season burned over 4.2 million acres, an area larger than Connecticut, resulting in widespread environmental and economic consequences. These disasters are not isolated events. They are part of a growing trend fueled by longer fire seasons, persistent droughts, and extreme heat waves. The western United States is increasingly prone to wildfires, with projections indicating that this trend will worsen as climate change progresses. Baba Vanga, the mystic known for her cryptic and far-reaching prophecies, is believed by some to have predicted such catastrophic events. Her visions often included apocalyptic imagery of natural disasters, with references to raging fires consuming great lands. While her predictions are open to interpretation, Many see parallels between her descriptions and the intensifying wildfire crisis in the United States. Vanga's prophecies about infernos consuming landscapes can be interpreted as a metaphor for the consequences of humanity's neglect of the environment. Factors such as deforestation, poor land management, and the unchecked effects of industrialization contribute to the conditions that allow wildfires to thrive. These interpretations suggest that Vanga's warnings were not just about destruction, but also a call for change in humanity's relationship with nature. The increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires are undeniably linked to climate change. Prolonged droughts, rising global temperatures, and shifting weather patterns have created conditions that make wildfires more likely and harder to control. In California and other western states, the combination of dry vegetation, high winds, and extreme heat has turned vast areas into tinderboxes waiting for a spark. In addition to natural factors, human activity has exacerbated the crisis. Urban expansion into fire-prone areas, negligence in fire safety, and intentional acts of arson have contributed to the surge in wildfires. For example, electrical utility equipment has been a known cause of several major fires in California, prompting lawsuits and widespread criticism of corporate practices. Baba Vanga's prophecies, whether mystical or symbolic, align with the urgent need for action to address the wildfire crisis. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, improving land management practices, and investing in firefighting technology are critical steps to mitigate the impact of wildfires. At the same time, public awareness and preparedness are vital in ensuring communities are equipped to face the challenges ahead. As the United States grapples with the devastating effects of wildfires, the warnings of mystics like Baba Vanga serve as a reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. Whether viewed as prophecy or cautionary tale, these insights underscore the importance of sustainable practices to prevent further destruction and ensure a safer future. Baba Vanga reportedly foresaw catastrophic natural events that would reshape the world. Her descriptions of widespread devastation and rivers of fire evoke vivid images of the disasters the United States and the world increasingly face today. Rising sea levels, extreme weather patterns, and an escalation in the frequency and severity of hurricanes and wildfires seem to align with her warnings. In the United States, hurricanes such as Katrina and Ian have demonstrated the destructive power of climate-driven storms. These disasters, compounded by hotter temperatures and rising oceans, are reshaping coastal areas and displacing populations. Baba Vanga's prophecies about cities being submerged or devastated by water can easily be interpreted as warnings about the long-term impacts of climate change if current trends continue unchecked. Baba Vanga's vivid imagery of rivers of fire consuming the land seems eerily prescient when compared to the intense wildfires that have ravaged the United States in recent years. States like California, Oregon, and Colorado have seen record-breaking fires fueled by prolonged droughts and extreme heat, conditions exacerbated by climate change. The human and ecological toll of these disasters underscores the importance of preparedness and mitigation. For believers in Baba Vanga's prophecies, her warnings serve as a reminder of the urgent need for action to protect the planet from further destruction. In some interpretations of Baba Vanga's predictions, she foresaw a future where water became a scarce resource, sparking crises across the globe. The United States is already grappling with this reality in the form of prolonged droughts in the West. Reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell are at historic lows, threatening water supplies for millions of people and jeopardizing agricultural production. Her prophecy that the lands will dry and the rivers will vanish mirrors scientific projections for regions facing desertification and water shortages. These issues highlight the interconnectedness of environmental challenges and the need for sustainable water management solutions. Baba Vanga's warnings of cities being drowned or submerged resonate deeply in an era of rising sea levels. Coastal cities like Miami, New York, and New Orleans are at increasing risk of flooding due to climate change. Melting ice caps and thermal expansion of seawater contribute to higher seas, threatening infrastructure and livelihoods. Her visions emphasize the importance of addressing climate-related risks to urban areas. Preparing for these eventualities through investments in resilient infrastructure and environmental conservation could mitigate some of the damage her prophecies foretell. While Baba Vanga's prophecies often evoke fear, they can also inspire proactive measures to safeguard against potential disasters. Her forewarnings of hurricanes, earthquakes, and wildfires, if considered, serve as a powerful reminder to prioritize disaster preparedness and resilience. Communities must focus on strengthening infrastructure to withstand natural disasters. Investments in modernized building codes, flood defenses, and fire-resistant designs can significantly reduce the impact of these events. Advanced early warning systems, utilizing cutting-edge technology, are vital to providing timely alerts that save lives. Additionally, climate adaptation strategies such as sustainable urban planning, reforestation, and water conservation are crucial for long-term resilience. Public awareness and education play a pivotal role in preparedness. Encouraging individuals to take responsibility by assembling emergency kits, drafting family evacuation plans, and securing adequate insurance coverage can significantly mitigate the human toll of disasters. Communities can organize workshops and drills to familiarize residents with safety protocols, ensuring they are equipped to respond effectively during emergencies. Collaboration is key. Governments, non-profits, and private organizations must work together to allocate resources, share expertise, and support vulnerable populations. Efforts should focus on integrating disaster preparedness into school curriculums, workplace policies, and community programs, creating a culture of readiness. Though Baba Vanga's predictions may appear dire, they offer an opportunity to reflect and act. By prioritizing preparedness, communities can transform these warnings into a catalyst for building a safer, more resilient future. As with many prophets, Baba Vanga's predictions are often open to interpretation. Her cryptic and symbolic language lends itself to various readings, making it challenging to draw direct correlations between her visions and specific events. This ambiguity has fueled debate, with skeptics arguing that her prophecies are frequently retrofitted to align with disasters after they occur, thereby creating an illusion of accuracy. Despite these critiques, Baba Vanga's followers find profound meaning in her predictions. For them, her visions are not merely about foretelling specific events, but serve as cautionary tales for humanity. They emphasize the delicate balance between human progress and the natural world, urging society to reflect on its actions and their potential consequences. Her warnings about environmental degradation, global conflicts, and natural disasters resonate with contemporary challenges, such as climate change, political instability, and technological advancements. While skeptics may dismiss her insights as coincidental or overly broad, believers view them as timeless reminders of humanity's vulnerabilities. Whether her prophecies hold predictive power or simply serve as reflections of universal truths, they underline critical lessons. They call attention to humanity's fragile relationship with nature, the dangers of ignoring historical patterns, and the urgency of preparing for an unpredictable future. Ultimately, Baba Vanga's legacy lies not in proving her visions correct, but in inspiring contemplation and awareness. In an ever-changing world, her prophecies interpreted as warnings or metaphors offer a perspective that encourages resilience, humility, and a commitment to safeguarding the planet for future generations. Baba Vanga's predictions about natural disasters in the United States have captured the imagination of many, offering a chilling glimpse into the potential for hurricanes, earthquakes, and wildfires to reshape the nation. Whether interpreted as warnings of specific events or broader commentary on humanity's vulnerabilities, her visions resonate with the challenges posed by climate change and environmental degradation. As we face an era of increasing natural disasters, the wisdom of preparedness and resilience becomes ever more vital. Baba Vanga's legacy, enigmatic as it is, can inspire action to safeguard lives, communities, and the planet. In doing so, We honor her warnings and take steps toward a future defined not by devastation, but by renewal and adaptation. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of Baba Vanga's fascinating and mysterious predictions. Whether you view these prophecies as warnings, reflections of human fears, or glimpses into possible futures, they remind us of the importance of resilience, preparation, and hope in the face of uncertainty. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking explorations. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you believe the future holds? Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.